Hi, my name is Jay Hait. I'm a family law attorney with offices throughout Israel. And a lot of times people call me up and they say, hey, Mr. Hait, if I do a prenup, is it going to hold up? Are they valid? If I do a postnup, i.e. we're already married, we didn't do a prenup, but now we want to do one, is it going to be valid? So prenuptial and postnuptial agreements do hold up in Israel, especially if they're postnuptial. They can only be done in the family court. But even for prenuptial, I suggest that people get it affirmed as a judgment in the family court. But in any case, they're recognized as valid and legally binding contracts, and they're governed a lot of times by contract law. And as long as they meet, certain criteria, they're going to be enforceable in court. But again, we always recommend that you spend the extra money. It's not a lot of extra money, and get it affirmed as a judgment in the court. That way, you're enforcing a judgment, not just a prenuptial or postnuptial agreements. And these types of agreements can be used to protect assets and property of each spouse in the case of divorce. They can be used to address issues like division of property, alimony, which doesn't exist in Israel unless you do it through a prenuptial or postnuptial agreement, and other financial matters. The prenup agreements are done before the marriage, and postnups are done after the marriage has already taken place. And for one of these agreements to be valid and enforceable, they have to meet the following requirements. They have to be in writing and signed by both parties. They have to be entered into voluntarily without pressure or coercion, and they should be fair and reasonable, taking into account the financial circumstances of both parties at the time of the signing. And that's one of the things that the judge will do at the time of affirming the judgment. And I always recommend that both parties get independent legal advice before signing the agreement. But if all of these things are done, then the prenuptial or postnuptial agreement is going to be valid and legally binding in Israel. Now, what's important to note is that prenuptial or postnuptial agreements can't be used to determine issues related to child custody or child support in Israel. These matters are going to be decided by the court based on the best interests of the child at the time of the divorce, with a little asterisk that, hey, if you're already married and you already have children, then that is something that we're going to be able to address in a postnuptial agreement. But overall, the bottom line is that prenuptial and postnuptial agreements are an effective way for couples in Israel to protect their financial interests and their assets in the event of divorce, as long as they're done properly. So if you have questions about a prenup or a postnup, then please feel free to pick up the phone and call my office. Our phone number appears on the screen in front of you. Thank you, and have a great day.